Hello there. Did you know that in a now defunct government base located in the desert, they were running science experiments on animals in order to combine them with human DNA, with their goal being a conscious animal mind in a human-like body, sort of like a cryptid? Well, if you don't know, maybe you're familiar with the end product, Arthur. That's right, for 25 years, children would wake up, run downstairs, and watch the beloved public broadcast system show, Arthur. Well, not anymore, because Arthur is actually canceled. No more Arthur. Sucks to suck. How does that make you feel as a person? We all grew up watching Arthur, most likely. Does it maybe make you want to cry? Well, then you're on the right track, because this commander deck has everything. It's got tears, it's got eyes, and it's got onions. Not necessarily in that order. But before we can get to that, if you can't already tell, I'm the most unhinged deck builder on the internet. So if you've got a weird, wacky, silly, goofy idea, challenge me in the comments down below. The one with the most upvotes, I gotta build. And while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Now, of course, this public broadcast system is brought to you by viewers like you on Patreon. Give me money. Thank you. So, where to start? Our commander's gonna be Garth One Eye. He's got one eye. I like him. He's Whoopi Goldberg mana for a human wizard 5/5, and you can tap him to do a little nostalgia, like get a Black Lotus, a Brain Geyser, a Shivan Dragon, etc., old magic cards from Grandpappy's days. But what makes me sad is that he's 5-color. And as anyone who's played a 5-color deck knows, it's an absolute headache. Downright, dare I say, tear-inducing if you don't get the right land mana fixing. Well, luckily we got Chromatic Lantern, which lets our lands tap for 1 mana of any color, which is good. And we got Timeless Lotus, a 5-mana artifact that taps for Whoopi Goldberg mana. Now, we gotta remind our opponents that we're actually not timeless, you know? Everybody dies eventually. We all return to our dusty form, you know? Eventually, we are all forgotten by the waking mind, passing on to the final death. Now, if that doesn't make your opponents cry, you know, we're just getting started, am I right? So, my viewers actually helped build this deck a little bit, and they wanted beholders, like Karazakar, the Eye Tyrant. He's a 5-mana 5/5 who goads creatures. Love it. Need no more. But also he's card draw. Awesome. Double whammy. I love him. He's a win-win. Double threat. And he's cool. I love Dungeons and Dragons. We also got Baleful Beholder. This guy's enchantment removal sometimes. And he's evasion other times. Not too bad. He's a 6/5. He's a big boy. It'll defend our life total. I like him. He's not too bad. We got Abhorrent Oculus. 3-mana Eye. I like this guy. You do gotta exile stuff from our graveyard, so maybe we can't cast him for a while. Flying 5/5, that's pretty good for 3 mana, good. And card selection, because Manifesting Dread is really good. We get to look at the top 2 cards, put one on the battlefield. It's a free 2/2 that we can flip up for its mana cost if it's a creature. And we get that every opponent's upkeep. That's crazy. Love that guy. We've also got Evil Eye of Ormsby-Gor and Evil Eye of Urborg. Don't get me wrong, cool cards. I love the art. I love the eye aesthetic. I love the Evil Eye stuff. They're just bad, to be honest, because they both say non-eye creatures we control can't attack. So although they have cool effects, like being unblockable or destroying blocking creatures, we don't have a lot of eyes. These are all the ones we have. We have this card from Final Fantasy that just came out. We got this card from Doctor Who. That's a great episode. And we got Eye Twitch. And of course, the Abhorrent Oculus I mentioned before. Yeah, to be honest, I wish there was more eye cards because then we could put them in and do more of an eye tribal. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's change lanes a little bit, swerving into our next topic. Wall of Tears. 1 and a blue. I bet you can't guess what the theme is going to be. If it blocks any creatures, return those creatures to its owner's hand at end of combat. It's removal block. Let me just coin that phrase right here, which is legally different from Weeping Angel, which is also removal block, but in a different way, and I love it. It's flash speed because that's the best way to play it. If it would deal combat damage to a creature, prevent that damage, and that creature's owner shuffles it into their library. Love it. You cast it on the declare blockers phase, block somebody, send them back in time. Man, I love Doctor Who. All right, those are the 2 cool ones. The rest you got to trust the process on. We got Bellowing Crier, 1 and a blue. He's a crier. Get it, guys? Draw a card, then discard a card. Makes me want to cry. He's not even crying tears, whatever. My viewers wanted him. We have Tear Asunder, obviously the proper way to say it. 1 in a green with kicker, 1 in a black. Exile target artifact or enchantment. If it was kicked, pick anything under the sun. That's not a land, and exile that instead. We have Tears of Rage, 4 mana, only during declare attacker step. Just get stronger, okay? And then sack them all. It's cool, or whatever. Who cares? Then we got Wear and Tear. Makes me sound like I'm Swedish. Whatever. You can destroy target artifact or destroy target enchantment. It's removal. It's good. We need it to survive. We have Rain of Tears, my favorite card in this entire deck just because of the art alone. It's a teardrop with land inside of it. It makes me feel like I miss my land drops. We're playing a 5-color deck. It reminds me of it. Destroy target land. Great card. Now, little gamer tip for those of you who want to make your opponents cry, break down, get bad at the game. All you need, animals in black and white with emotional music. Allow me to demonstrate real quick. All right, how do you feel? Like shedding a couple of tears, am I right? Well, you fell for the oldest trick in the book, pal. You got pathos. Idiot. Everyone point and laugh at the guy who just failed the appeal to emotion. Anyway, moving past that, what's the plan for the deck? Obviously, we got Garth One Eye, Evil Eye, Bellowing Crier, etc. But how do we win? Well, obviously, the answer has been in front of you this entire time. The appeals to nostalgia, the idea of final death, even Sarah McLachlan. Because I just have one question for you. Where were you 18 years ago? If my statistics here are to be believed, about half of you were in the range of 7 to 16. Some of you weren't even born yet, but I'm sure we all remember birthday parties and long nights gaming with the boys until the wee hours of the night. Where'd all that go? Now it's business, analytics, data, shareholder value, quarterly meetings, revenue. Doesn't that make you a little bit sad? Which is why our win con is genius. Coalition Victory, a nice little card that was banned in 2007. 2007, a time before responsibility. No card payments, no buying our own groceries. And that's what we want to remind our opponents of. The good old days. It's a classic segue. We play the Coalition Victory. We say, hey, remember 2007? Man, those were the good old days. And that will drive your opponents mad, thinking about how we all suffer under a capitalist society. We also have a couple other plans in case we don't want to go down that route. We got Zinder Split, Eye of Wisdom, a 5-mana homunculus that flips coins and draws us cards. Then we have Oaken, Eye of Chaos, a Cyclops that flips coins and gets infinite power. They're lovers, I think. I don't know. Infinite power plus Old One Eye, giving Oaken trample means we eliminate a player as long as we win all the coin flips. That's pretty fun. It's a win condition. It's in the deck. Then we got Garth One Eye. He goes infinite with Deadeye Navigator and a Haste Enabler. We have a couple just in case. That way we're redundant, and that's good deck building. How does it work? Garth One Eye makes a Black Lotus. That's good. Then the Black Lotus pays the Deadeye Navigator to navigate Garth One Eye back from the Shadow Realm. Now he's Garth Two Eye. You see what I did there? And then as long as we have a Haste Enabler, we can then tap Garth One Eye to make another Black Lotus, to then do the Navigator thing. Do that a whole bunch of times. And now we got Brain Geyser. Thanks to Garth 500 Eyes, we can use infinite mana to draw all the cards in our deck or make an opponent draw all the cards in their deck and they lose that way. Or just draw until we get the Coalition Victory, use our infinite mana, and then win the game that way. Bing, bada, boom, it all works out. So basically, Illusionist Bracers, a 2-mana guy, and Marvin Murderous Mimic, a 2-mana guy. Double it because, you can copy or has all the activated abilities of. So now we got even more mana. It's good. We need that mana. Thank you, Marvin and Illusionist Bracers. But what if our opponents have something cool that we want to gleep? Oh, you don't know what gleep is? Probably because it's a word I almost made up. It's actually from Arthur, World's Greatest Gleeper, an October 29th, 1996 episode of Arthur, where basically gleeping means to steal. And so we're going to steal stuff. Sauron, the lidless eye. You see what I'm doing there? He has no eyes and he gains control of somebody. That's cool. Then I got Eyes Everywhere. You can exchange control of Eyes Everywhere and target non-land permanent. So now we just gleeped their coolest thing. Eye of Nidhogg kind of is stealing because you just make them have no choice but to attack because it's goaded, and I love goad. Then we got Red Death, Shipwrecker, Blue-Red, Goad. I love goad. Goad is taking away opponent's control, and I love that. But the biggest gleep of them all is time. Time steals everything. The ever-flowing river of time, enough to destroy mountains and erode the mind and body, leaving us nothing but husks. Think of the scene from Princess Bride. I just sucked 50 years of your life away, and no Miracle Max can give you back the time you've lost already. Although being honest, I always laugh really hard when Billy Crystal comes on stage. It's just so funny when he's doing it. I shed tears sometimes. It makes me laugh so hard. Such a good movie. Wait a minute, tears of joy. happiness, elation. How could I have been so blind this entire time? I've been looking at it the wrong way. Tears don't have to be sad. They could be positive, like a sunset and nature. Fleeting things, things that are meant to leave, are beautiful and can make a man cry. Wow, I apologize. I've come full circle. Hopefully my journey, if that made you tear up a little bit, all I gotta say is get pathos, idiot. Yeah, you fell for it again. That's right, I bet you're crying right now. Listen, all right, redemption arc? Wrong. If there's one thing I've learned from pouring my blood and sweat and now tears into Magic the Gathering, it's that you guys don't care. Look at those view counts. Who cares? The capitalist society wants me to shuffle and do funny videos. So that's right. I'll be the villain. I'll be what you want. All right? It's darkness now. It's only darkness. That brings us to the end of the video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you subscribe. Shout out to my patrons on Patreon, being the light of my life, even though I'm about to go on a heinous villain arc. And of course, I got a Discord linked in the description down below. Feel free to check it out. And finally, comment down below what you want me to build. Whatever gets the most upvotes, I gotta build it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.